Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I would like to welcome you all to His Holiness Candramauli Maharaj's daily online class. Thank you all for joining today. My humble obeisances to you. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. So I know in India we are celebrating Gaur Purnima. So happy Gaur Purnima to all of you as well. Today's class will be given by His Grace Vrshabh Prabhu on continuation of Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 17. Onwards. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glory to Srila Prabhupada.
Krishna dear Vatyas, thank you very much for this opportunity.
So give me one moment. Nice share.
Wow, Gaur Purnima is now. I want to congratulate all the initiates for the glorious moment of their lives and their real birth.
Yes. So Prabhu, can you see my screen?
Yes, thank you very much. So let's start. I will try to make it short and sweet, and hopefully, if Krishna is willing, it will be also really enlivening for us. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, 17th chapter, 31st verse, the Sanskrit. Rajo Bacham Nate Gudakesha Yasho Dharanam Badhanjale Vaibhayam Astikinchit Navartitavyam Vavata Kanta Channam Kshetre Madiyet Vam Adharma Bandhum. Translation, interpret by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The king thus said, "We have inherited the fame of Arjuna. Therefore, since you have surrendered yourself with folded hands, you need not fear for your life. But you cannot remain in my kingdom, for you are the friend of irreligion." Purport. The personality of Kali, who is the friend of all kinds of irreligiosity, may be excused if he surrenders, but in all circumstances he cannot be allowed to live as citizens in any part of a welfare state. The Pandavas were entrusted representatives of the personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, who practically brought into being the Battle of Kurukshetra, but not for any personal interest. He wanted an ideal king like Maharaj Yudhishthira and his descendants like Maharaj Parikshit to rule the world, and therefore a responsible king like Maharaja Parikshit could not allow the friend of irreligiosity to flourish in his kingdom at the cost of the good fame of the Pandavas. This is the way of wiping out corruption in the state and not otherwise. The friends of religiosity should be banished from the state, and that will save the state from corruption. Om Gyanatimirandasya Gyanajana Shalakaya Chakrumbalitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Namo Bhishtam Swapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupam Kadanmayam Tvadanti Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Uttapada Kamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sakagana Raghunatan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Shahagana Krishna Shakambita. Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabhanu Jagapate Gopisha Gopika Katarada Kantana Masute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radha Vindavaneshwari Vrshabhan Sutta Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Panchakalpa Tarubhascha Kripa Sindhu Bhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavevo Namo Namaha Namo Vishnu Pada Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Chandramauli Swami Namane Namo Vishnu Pada Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaurvani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatte Shatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. So Maharaj was kind of covering this all of these topics really thoroughly through the last many verses, and I'm sure that he was going to go deeper into them in the following ones. I was thinking to this is like really interesting verse, really really kind of emphasizes one quality of a Vaishnava of Parishit Maharaj, which shows how equal he is towards everyone, even towards Kali personified. It would be probably in some kind of a modern religious way said like Satan. If like you see a Satan somewhere, I mean, were you gonna spare his life or something, especially if he's doing some nonsense? So this is what is actually here situation. He sees a personality of sin, which is kind of the most evilest thing you can evilest thing. I mean, good and evil is just dualities, right? Something that is degrading, something that is kind of leading others from Krishna. So, and you would say like, yeah, just kill him right now, kill him, and that's it. You'd have no problems. But he surrendered to Parikshit Maharaj, and Parikshit Maharaj spared his life. So what can we say about this? What can we say about this equanimity? Equanimity, I hope I'm saying the right word. We have it in Bhagavad Gita. We have at least three verses that I could think of, which is speaking about this quality in Vaishnavas. One is 5th chapter 18, which is Pandita Samadarshana, which is saying that, can you put this verse on, please? Bhagavad Gita 5:18. I think it's better to read the... Yeah, thank you very much. The humble sage, by virtue of true knowledge, sees with equal vision a learned and gentle brahmana, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a dog-eater. Virtue of a true knowledge. That's interesting, isn't it? And also we have a verse 9:29, Bhagavad Gita, as well. 9:29. Jai. Krishna says, I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. I'm equal to all. But whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend in me, and I'm also a friend to him. So like I said, like, wait a second, you're not equal to everyone, but you're like, look, devotees, let me hug him, and oh, look, Hiranyakashipu, let me tear him apart. So what's the catch? And how can we imbibe this? Is this important for us, for Vaishnavas, or is this something that Krishna does? Please, can you also put Bhagavad Gita 4:11 as well? This is also one verse that Krishna is speaking to Arjuna in this regard. As also render unto me, I reward them accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respects, O son of Pritam. So, how to put this in action? And why is this important? In one sense, we say we should not discriminate. No, we say that we should see everyone with equal eyes. But again, Madhya Adhikari, or we have Kanishta Madhya Adhikari, Uttama Adhikari, we have like these three levels of Vaishnavas, of devotees. And we should change from Kanishta Adhikari, which is the basic one, which is the kind of the beginning one. We should come as soon as possible to Madhya platform. So Madhya platform, one of the biggest characteristics of Madhya platform is discrimination, which means gaining knowledge, using knowledge, and discriminating between people. So you can say, okay, then where is this, like Pandita Samadarshana? Where is this equal vision if you are discriminating? And isn't this like racism, feminism, what is this, transgenderism? I don't know what's like today, like what kind of isms they are kind of putting on, saying like, oh, you don't accept me, or you don't, you are not equally treating me and anyone else, and I can feel to be anyone. I can, I even though I have one type of body, I can feel I'm like a different type of body, or I feel like I'm a man, but I feel like a woman, or I feel like a unicorn, or I don't know, a starfish. I don't know. Like, I think there are like around 120 genders now. It's like you have a sex. Sex is something that your genital says. Like, but no, we have also gender, which you can be like almost anything. Interesting. Yeah, it's like I can put like spirit soul, Krishna's servant. That's my gender. Isn't it? That you should like fight for. We should fight for that gender equality, spiritual equality. So this is important for us because as Vaishnavas, we should not come to the level of the mind, which is saying us what to like, what to not like. We should be on the level of discrimination, intelligence, which means like how to treat persons in different categories. So Madhyadhikari, they have like 4 categories of people they discriminate. Okay, and not 4 categories of people, it's actually 4 things the Madhyadhikari is like the most noticeable. First is he's developing love for Krishna. So he is developing a personal relationship with Krishna. He is developing his love for Krishna. Second, he is preaching to the wait a second. In English, it is innocent. He's preaching to the innocent. So the ones that are, they are open to hear. They're open to hear. They're like, they want to hear. They're open to hear. They're open to suggestions. They're open for thoughts, exchanging thoughts, and they would like to, elevate themselves as well. They also develop friendship with devotees, especially equals, and especially they're trying to serve and associate with the seniors. They say that Kanishta Adhikari cannot advance if he is only with Kanishta Adhikaris. He has to be in association with Madhya and Uttama if he wants to advance. Otherwise, with the Kanishtas don't have so much leverage, so much space to advance. And the last thing that Madhya Adhikari is doing, he is avoiding envious, which just means like 90% of time. 90% of your interaction with people in general, but be interaction with envious people. So how does this go? How does this, how do we walk or do Sankirtan or do temple management? And you have a bunch of brahmacharis. And how do you kind of be equal towards everyone, but you are not reciprocating with everyone the same? So the point is that it's not that you come to like, you're walking on the street, you're looking different people and you're saying, oh, I like this person, I don't like this people, or oh, I'm a brahmachari, I don't like, women, I shouldn't talk with women, they will try to, I don't know, seduce me or whatever, fanaticals. So you're not going through the street and thinking who I like or who I don't like. Oh, I like this person. Oh, probably this person will take the book or not. It's like you just go to the person and you just see how he will react. So this is it. You don't see like a bummer or like a homeless person or a punker or a rocker or like some puffed up, some rich puffed up man. You don't discriminate in the sense of what you see. You discriminate in the sense of how they reciprocate. So when you come and if they are like, hello, do you like this? No. Okay, whoa, angry, snake, he's out, cobra, he's like, shh. Try to, I'll bite you if you come closer. So, okay, then bye-bye. You don't give them revelation. This is envious people. So you just ignore them the same moment you see that, the more you're doing it, the more you kind of immediately see who is envious. The same moment you have to stop giving them attention and just ignore them. And it's really cool moments, I have to say, when you come to someone with the book and say, hello, do you want, like, hello, are you from, get out of here, like, you Harris, and it's like, hello, you're already on the next person, he didn't even start speaking, you are like, oh, next person, hello, his book for you, and he's like, he's confused. I just wanted to kind of be envious on you and be all negative and start insulting you, and you're just gone now. And it's like, huh. but now, rarely someone is actually following you. Rarely, to start yelling at you. It's rarely. They're the most envious ones. But one cool thing that happens to them, this negative charge they have inside of them, because maybe of somebody preaching to them, that vegetarianism and Hare Krishnas are evil and Satan and whatever. It's like crazy, you know. We already have a brand outside. It's a negative one, which we didn't make. So we have to rebrand ourselves. What happens is this negative charge, they want to throw at you, and it will degrade them if they do this. But if you avoid them, then this negative charge just goes, leaves them, and they don't feel any negativity anymore, and they didn't get any reciprocation from your side. They didn't made you sad or made you angry or anything, and they actually feel better. They feel better that you ignored them. The other part is that maybe they will regret what they did, So it's really cool thing to avoid the envious, and you can do this the same with the devotees as well, because we are cleansing process. And also just avoid the envious devotees, and just avoid them, and always be smiling for them, but avoid them, and it helps them. So you approach another person, like a punker, some like heavy metal guy, or some like tough guy, and you approach them, and he's like, "Oh, really? Wow, I would like to hear this," or "I don't know about this," But you see that he's like, he's like, "I don't know, is this good for me?" But you try more, you just try more to see, like, maybe he will take the book, maybe he will go for it. So in this sense, what we are doing, we are trying to not like or dislike people. We try to act accordingly with people, and it brings really like a respect. Maybe spiritual respect, and also gives you it just gives you a clarity of mind what you need to do. In this, let's say, like going back to this example, Parikshit Maharaj, he wanted to kill Kali. He did wrong. Then he surrendered. Okay, now you are surrendered. Okay, I have to reciprocate. I'm a king, and I have a way, there's a same way how I deal with ones who reciprocate. So he reciprocated. Okay, I'm not going to kill you, but I'm still have to follow the law. I have to still follow the principles. So in the same way, we as devotees should learn how to act towards different people, learn what principles we have to follow, and then when we see someone who is disobeying it, especially if we are actually leaders, like servant. If the more we are servant, the more we are actually an example and a leader to others, and the more we are leader to others, we are actually more servant. And I would like to show this an example. I would like to make I would like this to put this in action now. So I would like to make an experiment. I would like to make a simulation. So I need volunteers. So is any of you would like to participate in this simulation? Please, can you just raise your hand to know who can participate in this simulation? And it will be, okay, Divya, I see you. Okay, anyone else? Okay, the host has to also participate. Okay, anyone else? Just to know, is anyone else able to participate in this simulation? Okay, so then Divya and Prabhu, you are going to help us a lot. Okay. Good. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna be a temple manager. Okay, I am so I am, let's say, I am actually here trying to serve like a temple commander. So the temple president leads the temple. So what I want you to be, I want you two guys to be brahmacharis. You are different brahmacharis. You are different residents of the temple, and you're approaching me with different things you would like, with different situations that temple commander can put himself into. And I want you to kind of unmute yourself and then approach me and say, "Oh, Vrshabh, temple commander, please, I'm so you remember you're a brahmachari, so you don't have like a lots of things that you should do, but you're trying maybe to do something, go somewhere. You will try to get some privilege for yourself. You try to accuse someone or something, So let's try to put this in action in which way we are trying to be equal towards others, anyone, but we are trying to discriminate. Okay. So, how about Vidya? Can you approach? Can you approach me with some requests of a brahmachari or brahmacharini, whatever?
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. Yeah, okay, Prabhuji, just wanted to concern. So it's like a challenge that I'm facing as a brahmachari. I have to go to the Mangalati program early in the morning, and there is another devotees in with whom I share my room with, and they are, constantly using the bathroom in the morning. So I face challenges because I get up in the morning, I do my, reading and japa first. And then because I obviously have to get to the temple room first in order to do my service, like Tulsi Aarti. So what can I do? It's not only, so as you said, I have to treat everyone equally. I understand they have to be present at the same time to the temple to attend the Mangal Aarti program. But how can I just try to see that brahmachari as equal in terms of, because I have to stay, I share my room with that brahmachari every day, and we read together, we chant together. Sometimes we go out to the book distribution together. So please, could you help me out with the problem so that I can make my mind equal and try to treat that devotee equally? Could you help me out with this problem or challenge? And I'm facing it for a month or so now. Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you very much. Okay. So the first thing that I don't have I don't favor one from another, so it's not like, okay, I will favor you because, you're my, I will treat you differently than I will treat the other devotee. And I know what the brahmachari is, what the brahmachari standard is. So the brahmachari standard is to follow the etiquette. So let's say the sleeping room, let's say if that's a sleeping room, usually it's like a sleeping room and reading room as well. And the priority of the sleeping room is to get rest. This is the only place you can get rest. Reading, you can do reading and studying in there or in the library. So if I understand, the problem is that person is using the bathroom too much. That's why it's getting you annoyed or something.
Late for the services, yes, Prabhu. Late for the service. I'm getting late for the morning service that I have to do.
Because he's too long. He takes it too long in the bathroom, right?
Maybe this is just one of the example I could think of, Prabhu, because just there could not be any other, as in terms of devotees, because we are trying to be one, outside, but obviously these are the general challenges that we face, that's it.
Exactly.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
So what we do, we put so we say to the brahmacharis, okay, so the rules of the room should be followed. So what is the priority? The priority of the room can be, let's say, in this hypothetical situation, as I'm a technical commander, so I'm telling what is the priorities is to first is getting a good rest. Then is to waking up for Mangalarati, which is like, it has to be ready for the Mangalarati. Everybody has to come to the Mangalarati and they have to participate in it. Afterwards, chanting and reading can be in the room, but if person needs to get sleep, this is the priority. It needs to get some rest. This is the priority for that moment. So yes. So in the same sense, like Parikshit Maharaj did. So he first, acknowledged what is its situation. He kind of put him in the frame of his ashram, of his situation that he is, and then he put the restrictions. But the Kali Maharaj, the Kali like the Kali, he didn't allow the Kali to stay. Because what is the problem with if we do not discriminate? We become sentimental. Sentimental means that, maybe if a Kali was like, he has a body of a small youthful boy, and he's such a cute, he's a cute boy, please don't treat him like this, and don't treat him like that. And then we try to treat people not like the one that it will really benefit them, in this sense of brahmacharis, that they are disciplined, that they are serving each other, that they are following the rules, because what our rules are, so that we can coexist without any conflict, to have the same standards. So maybe this one brahmachari had a different standard than the other the brahmachari. So we have to kind of we have to put them in the frame in this sense. Okay, thank you very much for this example. Can you give me some other examples, maybe from the life, where we are not trying to etiquette, we are not, so that we fall short of we fall short on this discrimination, and we just act upon what we feel or we think is the best.
So, Prabhu, so you want to simulate a situation where we think what our view is the right view, yeah?
Yeah, like if anyone has some situation where we are not seeing everyone equally, and we are thinking that it's not impossible to see everyone equally, and that we need to judge others, that we need to kind of put that we need to kind of accuse someone, or we need to that it's like some situations, if you would like to, if some situations that you would like to see this, that we should try to make these principles of discriminating, but not judging, in a sense.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of it. How? So, Prabhu, okay, I can simulate the situations. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. My name is Dinanath Gauranga, Prabhu. As you know, I'm working the Sankirtan team. And we are always being challenged not to do book distribution. We are always facing so many things at the temple where although we interact with the visitors and we introduce them to books and they like to talk to us, but sometimes you get complaints that we are trying to force book sales upon these individuals, and we are then advised not to do book distribution or be very passive. But at the same time, we see other departments really engaging with the visitors and trying to do things with them. And we just see that other departments are given more priorities, other projects are given more priorities, whereas book distribution, which is Srila Prabhupada's sort of heart is, and where our whole the pillar of the mission is neglected many times. And the team feels a bit disheartened as to how we deal with these things when we think certain priorities are given to some departments, but the key departments of Sankirtan is overlooked. So, Prabhu, can you help us?
Wow, that's a cool one. I like it. Okay, so in this regard, okay, we have Parikshit Maharaj, Kali. He's like, he's doing some injustice, and Kali, and then like Parikshit Maharaj comes and wants to kind of, finish him off, but he reciprocated differently, and then he changed the situation. So in this situation, we have a temple management. So we have a temple management, and then you have like authority. You have an authority above you. And then you have a team, you have the department, you're trying to do your service. You're doing to service. So in this regard, it is more, it actually, this situation may be more interesting in the regard if some people are coming to your table and you are trying to reciprocate with them differently. Try to because Parashit Maharaj was authority in that regard. This, when you have an authority kind of a confused situation. You have your mission, you have to do your thing, and then you have temple authorities which seemingly giving emphasis to other departments. So in this regard, doesn't matter with this principle so much. Is it more about how to approach the people, the approach how to do this book distribution that will be inspiring for people that are coming, so that the people do not become agitated. But in the other sense, you also have to also, as a book distributor, you also have to discriminate different people to who you can offer the books and who you cannot offer the books, because this is like one of the things about this whole this problem with bridge preaching. Why people are they are really usually in ISKCON. I noticed one thing that is really connected to this. People do not like to openly speak about Krishna consciousness. And the reason is because usually we are trying to preach Krishna consciousness to the demons. And holy behold, demons are not appreciating it. Not they are appreciating it, they are really agitated. And then because we do not know how to discriminate, and because we don't know how to kind of deal with such a people, we think that everybody is a demon, and then we should not ever speak about Krishna consciousness openly. We should speak about something that demons would like. And then maybe, little by little, then maybe they will accept Krishna consciousness. But the problem is in the essence that we were preaching to the demons. We were preaching at the demons at the first time. We should be able to come to the level that we can target, we can find people that we can directly speak about Krishna consciousness, which are ready directly for Krishna consciousness, because we are not aiming for the general populace. Krishna consciousness is taken by the really rare souls. We are taking the jewels we are mining jewels out of this crazy world until we have enough devotees to actually take, to be so influential that we can lead people, general mass of people, through the government or, bigger organizations or bigger Vanashram communities. We can then guide mass people. But now we should directly preach Krishna consciousness to a specific way, to as quick as possible, as more as possible, to preach to the innocent. And not, of course, if you preach to the demons, of course, they will be like, all fried out and they will try to fry out you. So in the same sense, doing Sankirtan and doing book distribution, the book distributors should be trained to learn how to, how to be expert in approaching people so that they are inspired, and especially approaching people to discriminate who is ready to get a book. So in this sense, I'm sure that Prabhu, that you will be much more successful, and that the authorities will be much more appreciating and really valuing your services. The more you are able to approach people like to discriminate people and approach them in the right way, so that you can see and not push people to take the books, because it's not a sale. It's not about the sale of the books. It's not about, we're not selling and selling anything. We're just trying to serve Krishna sincerely. And then they will be inspired, and they will then push. They will be like seeing your department equally valuable to everyone else's department, because people get good impressions. Does this anything contributes to the situation?
Yes, Prabhu, it helps, but how can we are distributing the books and introducing the books to everyone? We are not doing bridge preaching. We are telling them as it is, Prabhupada's books, philosophy. People are coming and we are talking to them, and they're happily listening and taking the books as well. But
Okay,
what
perfect.
the temple management thinks that that shouldn't be done because we've got other departments as well, and we need to make sure that we work in unison to make sure that every department can kind of pitch their things what they're offering. So I'm just saying that how do we resolve this situation? How do you come to a situation where you can see, okay, how can I see with equal eyes, with equal vision, with different things? Because that's not working with us. So perhaps
Ooh,
if,
that's a good one.
sorry, I'm
Now tell me,
just,
tell me.
I mean, if just counter questioning to make the discussion a bit more, this is a simple example, but
Yeah, perfect, perfect. Tell me, so what exactly you would like to see with equal eyes? Just that I'm sure that to get it
because
right.
I think, Prabhu, you said that you give an example where this Samadarshana can be applied. So how can a Samadarshana can be applied here? How can we in the Sankirtan team apply a Samadarshana with other departments? Like, or how can the temple management can look at with an equal vision different departments if doing, yes. Maybe it's not relevant or not appropriate. So please excuse if that's
It
not the
doesn't, I mean,
temple
I would like
level.
also other devotees, if they have some comment, please raise your hand, because I'm not here like, I'm not here like I'm not here the pandita. I'm trying to understand this with you guys as well. But one thing that I would like because I have the similar situation here, it doesn't mean equally vision means that you're treating each department equally, and it's not even that you are giving the same, like, equal emphasis on each department. And I do agree that, that pure Krishna consciousness, pure preaching is book distribution, so that actual book distribution should be always emphasized, and it should be like an engine for others. I agreed with that. So it doesn't mean that. I'm just saying the principle is that it is impersonalism to think that everybody should get the same. It is impersonalism to expect perfection. It is impersonalism to expect perfection. Even in the spiritual world, even in spiritual world, it's not perfect. You say like, what? Wait a second. And what are we doing now? I mean, it's perfect because it's connected to Krishna. But Krishna sometimes, because he's looking at Radharani, he tries to make a cow or like a bull, or like he's like, he feels the Radharani is, moving close to him, and then he starts to sweat, and then the flute falls from his hand, and he looks at her, and then he tries to blow his flute, and he's just nothing happens because the flute is on the floor. So it's like, no, it's because all these kind of seemingly mistakes or not perfections, or it's all connected to Krishna with love. So just like to it really helped me a lot not to try to find perfection, especially not in this world. And even though we know that maybe Sankirtan should be pushed and Prabhupada movement should be pushed, and maybe the authorities, if you cannot little by little build the trust and relationship with them, and make them also aware of this point, try to kind of bring different preachers that can also give this, different advisors that can also give this emphasis, so that book distribution can be really emphasized in the temple. If the management is like that, we should just tolerate and continue with our service and pray to Krishna. Krishna, please give me an opportunity, because Krishna is the control, right? Krishna, give me an opportunity so I can spread this Sankirtan mission, even though the management is or authority is having a different view. And Krishna will arrange something. Krishna will arrange something. So when you're saying equal vision, in this sense, it's not about expecting equal rights. It's not expecting equal even opportunities.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
I hope so. Please comment. Can you comment back on this?
No, I mean, yes. So we can look at it and have try to understand their point of view. And try to see how we can make it work for all the departments. Thank you.
Oh, please. Any comments, devotees, please? And if you had any thoughts or any maybe personal experiences of how to imply these qualities of Parashik Maharaj, of treating everyone equally, but discriminating. And I'll try to also think of maybe, in this next 10 minutes, some examples that I remember from Prabhupada as well.
I can't think of any example at the moment, Prabhuji.
No, is there any question then? I think it's something that we can pray and internalize in. And you will see that when we're trying to do this, you're trying to do this to approach people based on how they reciprocate and then learn how to reciprocate with them. We will not react. We will not react on their how do you say, if they are kind of coming at us and accusing us of something, so they wanna argue with us or something, or fight fight with us. So we do not get into the into the situation. We are getting behind the principles. Okay, what is my duty? What is my discrimination? How to treat these persons that are in these situations. So I don't put my emotions in it, I put my intelligence into it. And then it's not that I identify with the situation. I just try to do my part. And it's really powerful. You just don't get into a trouble with people whatsoever. You just know how to act. You react on that. Respond to that correctly as a Vaishnava etiquette, and you don't not get into a fight. You always you please Krishna as well with this way, and you always know how to act rightly. Anything, anyway, this is what I want to share with you, and if you want to share something with us, please, I'd like to hear.
So, dear devotees, if you have any questions, comments, realizations about the equal vision and the discussions that we had, Prabhuji nicely said, please raise your hands, and if you can turn on your cameras, we can make this a bit more interactive. Like I always used to say, we need to make our sessions a bit more personal. Thank you very much. Alternatively, you can put your questions in the chat window as well, and I can read it on your behalf. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prabhu. How do you try to discriminate?
Yes, discrimination is required, isn't it? It's because that is a part of the function of the intelligence, and you sharpen your discrimination using intelligence. Sharpen your intelligence using the scriptures, and then we have to discriminate, but not judge, and that is the most difficult thing.
Yes, isn't it? Discriminate but not judge.
Discriminative is happening bad, but then not judge, and that is a very challenging thing to do.
Thank you very much for this point, because Madhya Adhikari means the one who discriminates. So, because if you kind of, go to some festival and then you start to discriminate, oh, this is a mistake, this is a mistake, this is doing wrong, he's doing this wrong, he's doing this wrong. And it's like, okay, it's like, I'm actually making more insults now, trying to discriminate, right? But the thing is that we, as a Vaishnavas, we always show respect to others. But we discriminate in which way we show respect to others.
Yes.
So if somebody is a Kanishta Adhikari, so if somebody is younger than us, even like he's acting on the low, like on the beginning level, or he's like Prakrita Bhakti, which means like he's really materialistic devotee. He's like a devotee of the Lord, but he's like, really attached to matter and sense enjoyment and such. So even though he maybe is in a movement of 20, 30 years, and he's like a senior to us. So there is a way, we always appreciate this person, but we maybe do not associate with him. We always respect, always respect. If it's a younger person, we just kind of show him respect with our minds. If he's like an equal, we maybe offer dandavats to him. If he's a superior, then we also serve them and associate with them. So it is like discrimination is teaching us how to show respect to each Vaishnava depending on the level they are. It doesn't say how to judge Vaishnavas. That's not the point. That's not the point of discrimination.
Yes, Prabhuji. So, any more comments? Because I'm sure we do this all the time. Discrimination is a function of our intelligence, and we discriminate every second, every minute in our life, what to do, what not to do, what to eat, what not to eat. So I'm sure in our devotional life we would be discriminating things, but then having a balance to see it with equal vision. We are not there yet, but you can share your challenges and your realizations on that topic. That would be helpful.
Yeah, one thing, Prabhuji, I wanted to share is like, because as you mentioned, there are a lot of acts and we are all in material life. So we keep on engaging on those things. But because we are reading the Vedas every day, and Srimad Bhagavatam is helping us in, getting that wider vision in our life. I always see that the 20 qualities of, as a sincere, what the qualities of sincere devotee, we should not forget those qualities. Like a devotee has to be dhira, he has to be calm, and all these, he has to be expert. So the basic thing is to remember those qualities, that if we have those qualities, we try to attain those qualities in our daily practice, then we should aim for that. Krishna should see us, Krishna should, come and see that, oh, this devotee is doing great, he's sincere, he's kind and calm with everyone. So the basic thing is to have those qualities in us and keep on following this. And obviously the Shastra helps every day, because once you read it sincerely, it gets into your heart. Yeah, thank you.
You mean the 26 qualities of the devotee?
Sorry? Yeah, 26 qualities. Sorry,
qualities.
I just mentioned 20. Sorry, I'm sick. 26.
It's interesting about the 26 qualities. One thing that I learned from Nectar of Instruction, you have one is a primary, and all others are secondary.
Okay, which is the primary one, Prabhuji?
I know. Vaishnavas, anyone? One is a primary, the other are secondary, which means that they are actually not so important, which is interesting. All others are going to manifest with time, but this first one has to be. And this is to fully be surrendered to Krishna, which is the sign of a pure devotee. This is interesting. Kanishta Adhikari can be a pure devotee. So then what's the difference between Kanishta Adhikari and Prakrita Bhakta? Kanishta, they usually say, Prabhupada usually say Kanishta Adhikari is a Prakrita Bhakta. Prakrita Bhakta is a materialistic devotee. Madhya Adhikari is the one who doesn't have any desire anymore. It's like, Nishta, Ruchi, Sakti. So it's the levels of already kind of a stability, fixation on Krishna. So Madhya Adhikari doesn't material sense enjoyment is like nothing to him. So you have Kanishta Adhikari, you have Prakrita Bhakta. Prakrita Bhakta is the one who is attached to sense gratification or sense enjoyment. And he's cultivating bhakti and sensual enjoyment at the same time, and in the same way destroying his bhakti. So he's kind of coming into a loop, and he's in an artha nivriti stage, and constantly, just spinning in an artha nivriti stage, and this bhajana kriya. So Kanishta Dehakari, who has said, yes, dedicating myself to the Lord fully is the purpose of life, even though he is having trouble to do that because he has lots of anarthas, he has lots of misconceptions, bad habits, he's maybe smoking, he's maybe, drinking, I don't know. But he kind of understands the surrender to Krishna is the ultimate goal, and he's trying his best every day to do that. He's a Kanishta Dehakari, pure devotee, because his intentions are pure, and action and activities will come that will become also pure with time. And of course, if he has a problem with the authorities, maybe it will be harder for him, but if he doesn't have a problem with authority, he can get the guidance of Vaishnavas, and then he can go and quickly purify himself. So yeah, we are trying to find these pure devotees, the ones who maybe didn't manifest any of these 55 qualities, but he has the one who is going to give him all others. And in the end, devotees who is going to the spiritual world, not the one who has distributed thousands of books, not the one who made millions of devotees, not the one who was a guru, GBC, not the one who was temple president, the best pujari, or I don't know. It doesn't have to be even a wife, household or wife, or just quite. None of these external things matter. In the end, they will just ask you one question: did you develop love for Krishna? Oh, I didn't. I forgot. I was distributing books too much. Oh, well, anyway, better luck next time. So yeah, we shouldn't miss our goal. We have the activities, but we also have to get the mentality. Sadhana means to do activities to develop bhava. So we are doing this distribution, but not in the mentality of a merchandise person, or like a seller, or like I don't know, kshatriya forcing people to take the book. But we are doing this for the desire to develop love for Krishna. And then it is really successful book distribution. You can do it for many, many years. And of course, anything else in this matter, even being Vanashrama Dharma, being a householder wife. If you're doing this for Krishna, developing love for Krishna, you're better situated than egoistic brahmachari. Anyway. Thank you very much, guys. I have to excuse myself. I have another meeting in a few minutes. So yeah, is this okay?
Thank you, Prabhuji, very much for your time and your insight in the group exercise. Thank you very much. Thank you, devotees, for joining. And
thank you very much for this class.
Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam
I hope next time to prepare a little better, to much more better. I will try to make this kind of a more interactive and exercising, that we can really try to imbibe all these qualities. So next time, I hope I will have something more, even more better and more prepared.
Prabhuji. Thank you
very much for class.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.